Miss my desk. So I've been on YouTube for a month now producing content for this show, and I thought it'd be useful, well, for me, you tell me if it's useful for you, to do a video talking about what I've learned, because it's not been exactly what I thought it was going to be. Okay, so I decided to make a YouTube, well, I've had this YouTube channel for years. It's just been housing show reels, films, other bits of work, old university work. I never fully intended to make a piece to camera show. I've always kind of liked the idea of it. That's probably just my ego, but I never really intended to. And then lockdown happened. Lots of new innovations in my teaching job as a senior lecturer, where we're looking at different tools such as streaming, on camera delivery of teaching like this, to complement as much physical teaching as possible. And of course, when lockdown first hit, everything was online. So doing something like this was a bit of a natural evolution. I wanted to practice more being in front of camera. Being a cinematographer, I'm used to being on the other side of camera, but I've got a background in marketing and documentary and corporate work. So I've got an element of being used to being in front of camera, because I've been sat in front of cameras whilst people are preparing interviews. I've been the stand-in for being lit and testing sound, and I've also watched enough and edited enough interviews and pieces of camera work that I have an idea of what works and what's needed and how things are going to edit together, the best way to deliver things. Surprisingly, I'm not doing any of that, editing the hell out of this channel, but I'm getting there a bit. So doing something like this was a natural evolution. I really wanted to do Twitch. I really wanted to do live streaming, but my internet is just not up to it. It's been crippled since lockdown began and everyone started using the internet more often, and it doesn't look like it's getting better anytime soon without some major rewiring of not only my house but also the wires to my house, and I think that's going to be a little while off. So this was it. This was my outlet. I've got colleagues at the university who are writing books, writing papers. I've got colleagues out making films who are now getting back on set. They're now in pre-production for films, and things are moving forward and developing as the film industry starts and TV industry starts to find its way forward. I've got a toddler, nearly 20 months old. Right now, for me, he is my main commitment. He is my main job. I want to make sure he is getting the most out of this really crucial time. So I'm not pushing to find the film work. I was never going to at this time. And I don't currently have any I'm not really producing research where I'm writing or producing papers. I'm not quite. That was something I was looking to get into, and then lockdown happened. It's taken a back seat whilst I'm looking to get through just this time. And this felt like a natural place for me to start putting some of that content, just to start putting content that I'm interested in out there, a bit more discussion. It's a place to basically house what perhaps my research could have been, or at least just a place for me to kind of offload. It was just never meant to be anything more than just me talking about things that I'm interested in, and hopefully some other people find it interested, and hopefully get a dialogue going. That's what I really want, and that's what's not quite happening yet with this, and that's what I really crave. I'm getting some of it on social media outside of the YouTube comment section, but really a dialogue is what I really want. And actually, some people have contacted me asking about the channels they're making, requested content, and I've got a lot of requests, and I'm sorry I haven't done some of that yet. Just a lot of the stuff that it seems to be when people request stuff, I'm really thinking about it on a lot more deeper level, and those videos are going to take a bit more time. And a few things have happened, like a feature film I shot a few years ago is now available on Amazon Prime in the UK and the US, and on Vimeo on demand, and How You Look at Me, which is so exciting. I'm thrilled. And so that took a lot of that took kind of some of my time as I was kind of pushing that out there and talking to people about that. And I want to do a video series I've got planned on that, going into the cinematography of that with the director, Gabriel Henrique Gonzalez, but trying to add up and match up time when I'm also dealing with taking some time off my university work, enjoying the summer with my wife and my son. My wife's on some holiday, so those are things kind of delaying some of the content produced. It kind of narrows down my windows in which I can create content. So I've got these small windows, like today is a Monday afternoon. I've produced 2 videos. This is the second of the 2 videos. They're all going to be out both this week, but that's kind of the way I'm working at the moment. But something caught me that I didn't think was going to, and I kind of highlighted it when I started talking about the analytics, I think after the first week. And this is YouTube, and doing this is really addictive. I had no idea. Before I knew it, I was seeking advice from. We've had some wonderful YouTuber graduates from the university I work at. When I've been talking to them about my thumbnails, about my titles. I've been looking in videos on how to get more subscribers, the best thumbnails, the analytics. It took over. All of a sudden, my wife was like, "You're looking at the analytics again. You're looking at it again." I'm like, "I've got another subscriber. I need to do more content to keep them." It took over this a whole plan of what this is going to be. And then I saw a need looking at social media, at some of our recent graduates, some other people I know, some people thinking about getting to freelance. And I thought, I'm experiencing that. I can produce a video series. That'd be really useful. So I threw that video series that went out last week, that was well, it wasn't last week, it's the week before. There was 5 videos in 1 week, and that was a lot. So I was editing most days, and quickly this became more than it was meant to. It wasn't just a casual thing. I was trying to be stringent with my uploads. I was thinking about building an audience, and I'm happy for that, and I'm excited for that, and this is something I'm interested in doing, and I'm going to pursue. But it was just fascinating how, because I run a module on at master's level where it's all about research into the media industry, about current media issues, and it's all about debate, finding readings, discussion, what's happening right now. It's very critical theory. It's we touch on AI, we touch on the creation of the economy around film, television, and media. And YouTube is a big part of absolutely everything happening in the media industry right now. And so for me to see this side of it, I'm delighted, because it really helps fuel new insight and new arguments as part of that module that I love and really like getting my teeth into when it happens in January through to May. But this was never meant to be that pressured, and it has become that. I sit there and look at videos that I think are worth a watch and wonder why no one's watching it, wonder what I can do. Should I go back and change the title? Should I go and change the description? I then search the videos or search a title. Different people are suggesting to find out keywords. You do a search, see what people are looking for, and I go down and try and find where does my video sit in all that. And when I click on it, I realize I've clicked on it. I just have to leave it playing. No matter what I was doing, I have to leave that video playing, because I don't want to cut off too early, because then my watch time will be lower, but also the viewer duration, average viewer duration will go down. I suddenly was thinking about all this stuff that was a bit nuts and way more than I wanted it ever to be. So I'm hoping I'm going to just relax into it a bit more, bring it back to what I wanted it to be about, cinematography, and discussing that and having a debate, interest around cinematography in the media industry as well. I am planning another either a video or a little series. I'm going to do something at the end of September, early October. I'm going to do something about starting at university and studying at university, but from a lecturer's perspective, because I haven't found a lot of that. There's tons from graduates or YouTubers who are at university right now. It's a huge... That's not rain, is it? Oh, crap. Typical. Absolutely tons of rain coming down on a nice sunny day. Let me see, is that... Okay, so as I was saying before I got distracted by rain, I'm basically a child. I'm going to do a video series from the point of view of studying at university from a lecturer's perspective to students who are either joining or at university. I think there's a few things that it would be nice for me to say that I think would be of use to current students and those who are just about to start, especially this year, because it's going to be a very interesting year. It's going to be a fantastic year to go to university, because I think a lot of what's going to be happening when it comes to working digitally, new methods of working, especially when it comes to media, learning all of that will be valuable skills for when you go into whatever profession you go into, because a lot of that's not going to go away, and a lot of things are going to change because of this. So having an understanding, I think, is really important. But I'm going off on one. I think I'll do a video about that later in September. But that aside, I'm going to bring it back to cinematography, bring it back to some of those things that I'm creating a slate. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to hopefully keep producing regular content, but I am aware of how addictive this became and how this became a completely different thing to what I anticipated. It suddenly became a bit of an obsession. And so having that week off was really useful. Not uploading on a Tuesday and seeing that the world didn't end was a wonderful feeling and very useful. But it's amazing how you can get obsessed with analytics. You can get obsessed. I can see why so many people love this platform, because you can get really hooked. And the biggest thing, and I know editing and post-production is a huge part of film production and is either the longest or the second longest. Pre-production can sometimes take longer, but I wasn't prepared for how long editing this was going to take, especially because I've got the Atem Mini, and I thought a lot of that takes away all my picture-in-picture, my capturing of my screen. When I've got two cameras set up, that's going to be done. That's going to save a lot of time. But still, I make a lot of I'm like, what the hell is my face doing? And I say a million times, and I just sometimes just freak. And I've got to edit that out. And I'm not a massive fan of jump cuts at all, but it kind of works for this narrative. But I do want to try and break out. I mean, I'm stuck in this office for now. I'm stuck in this office. Well, office, it's my bedroom. I can't believe I'm back working in my bedroom. It's like, if you told 10 years ago you'd be working in your bedroom, I'd probably be pretty annoyed, but they would have neglected the years of not working in your bedroom in between. But I'm back in my bedroom. I can't wait. In a couple of weeks, I won't be. I'm not too sure whether I can record videos in my campus office. I need to check all that out. I hope I can, because it's going to be a much nicer environment. I may spend more time doing one video a week that's a bit more cinematic. I also want to show more on camera, actually talk about techniques that way, just lacking the space and the equipment. So hopefully in a few weeks, things will change and open up when I get my hands on more equipment that's been stuck in an office for months that I've not got access to, understandably. But that's it, really. That's my thoughts really after a month. Is I'm enjoying it. I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to try and keep regular content, get it back to cinematography, though I've got a few things specific planned, especially around the idea of studying at university from, advice from a lecturer, not just, you've got lots of advice from students, but take some advice from a lecturer. And I'm going to try and not be as obsessed with the analytics. Try not to be obsessed with the numbers. Not going to go back and rethink my thumbnails again or rethink my titles. Just put something up, see what it does, get on with it. That's what it was all meant to be about. Just a platform. But thanks to the 130, I've just seen it. It's just gone up on my screen. I've got 130 subscribers now. That's exciting. I'm obsessed again. I best make more content.